both apparel purchases was made after I filmed the actual review. Hey, what's going on, friends and family? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of BKL Reviews. And today, man, I'm so excited to finally have this pair in my collection. First and foremost, before we get started with anything, I definitely want to encourage everyone to hit that thumbs up button. It goes a long way. And also, if this is your first time tuning into the channel, and I pray that it isn't, please subscribe. It's your best way of staying up to date with the most recent content, and you can also follow me on these social media platforms. With that being said, with no further ado, let's get into the review. Well, as you can see, this is something I purchased from my local Nike lab on 21 Mercer, so let's check it out. Voila. As you can see, this is part of the Doernbecher collection. On the top of the box, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it says Doernbecher Freestyle on it, as well as branding on the side. It's kind of like that teal light blue color, so let's check it out. Today we're doing a review on a pair of Air Jordan 7 Retro DB, and everyone knows DB stands for Doernbecher. The actual color is black metallic gold, and the actual style number is 898651015. If you're not familiar with this collection, all the proceeds for all the purchases actually goes to the Doernbecher Hospital in Portland, Oregon. No review. We'll be right without. For the receipt, please. And also, what's so cool about any of these actual releases, tells you a little bit of story about the actual child who designed the actual sneaker. As you can see, this sneaker was designed by Damien Phillips, a 10-year-old kid. He actually has a rare blood clot condition, I think it's called Hemophilia A, where pretty much it doesn't allow his blood to clot. And if anyone knows anything about, the physics of the body, if your blood doesn't clot, then you can actually bleed to death. So just in case, if you want to read a little bit about this, there you go. As you can see, the paper is kind of a light paper with hits of kind of like silver that says Freestyle Doernbecher, as well as the sticker on the paper.
One, two, three, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door? Don't try to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and
Wow. Man, I have to say, these things right here are definitely nice. Definitely want to give a shout out to Damien Phillips. He did a great job. His collaboration with Jordan brand, the sneaker was definitely executed excellent to the best so far, from what I can tell, just visually looking at it for the first time. If you're not familiar with this sneaker, this is the Air Jordan 7 DB Doernbecher collection, designed by Damien Phillips. Just to give you a little brief history on the child, he is heavy into music. He's an actual musician. He plays the guitar. So there are, I guess you would say, details on the sneaker that's actually inspired by the child and his likes and dislikes. So we would definitely cover that. So let's actually get into the details of the sneaker. First thing that I can notice is this gold Jumpman here. Very nice. It is metal, and it does have like some type of plastic over top of it. And the actual overlay here has kind of like this paisley print throughout. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but there you go. Pretty much the entire black all the way along the eyelids has that print, which I think was actually inspired by his guitar from when I was actually reading his story. The actual red also symbolizes two things. It symbolizes his actual condition that he has, where his blood doesn't clot, and also his favorite basketball team is the Chicago Bulls. As we go to the actual midsole, you can see the midsole is black, but it does have hints of gold here on the peaks, and it does have that icy blue translucent outsole. As we move to the toe box, as you can see, it does have that fade from red to black. The tongue is a neoprene tongue with actual lines on it, and this is definitely a nice little touch. Like I said, he is a musician, he plays the guitar, so it does have his initials there, DJP, and it is a guitar pick. It is metal. You do have black flat laces, and on the top of the tongue it says Jordan here, which I'm noticing a little bit different. Normally in between the actual Jordan it'll say Air, but it also has his initials, DJP. And you can also see it does have metal lace tips. Very nice. As we move to the medial side, you get to actually see that paisley print a lot better there. There you go. As we move to the back of the heel, this was definitely a nice little touch. It does have the shape of the actual guitar here, also with his initials, DJP, in white. And the actual pull tab kind of resembles the actual neck of a guitar, with kind of like some reflectiveness to it. As we check the insole out, the insole is an all black insole, and it says just play and have fun. So let's see what the actual other sneaker insole says. And this one says enjoy the game. There you go. To me, the most noticeable thing on the actual sneaker is the outsole. As you can see on the outsole, you have Damien Phillips in a cartoon character with the blonde hair playing the actual guitar with the number 23 on it, and he is actually wearing the DB7s on him. And it also says super explosive on it. Very cool. This was definitely a nice little touch, I would have to say. This was definitely a quick strike. I know I tried to double up on this pair and actually get a pair via the sneaker app, but unfortunately I struck out. I was fortunate enough to actually get this pair from my local 21 Mercer Nike lab here in New York City. He definitely had some good apparel. Unfortunately, those pieces sold out very fast. He had a sweater that was very nice, also in the same colorway, black and red. And he also had a hat that actually, something nice that I'm definitely trying to get myself. It came with 4 pins, and the actual hat was black with the word explosive on the front as well. So definitely want to say this is one of my favorites of Doernbecher collections so far. I have a few in my collection. I would say if I had to give this between a scale of 1 and 10, I will probably say it's about maybe an 8. The 7 silhouette is not my favorite, but I do love the actual story behind it and the actual details that he actually put into the sneaker. Once again, I definitely want to thank everyone for tuning into another episode of BKO Reviews. I want to encourage everyone to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Also, if this is your first time tuning in, please subscribe. It's your best way of staying up to date with the most recent content, and we post videos every Sunday at 12 noon. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of BKO Reviews.